Hello everyone, welcome to Gate Academy. Welcome to Gate Academy Global Channel. Okay, so I'll be telling you about discrete mathematics. So just before starting that, let me tell you who am I and what is going to be the agenda. Okay, so first of all, I'm Sachin Tanwar, Gate Academy CS faculty. Okay, I'm All India rank 70 holder in Gate CS 2020. Okay, so I'll be teaching you discrete mathematics, okay, and I'll be taking a few lectures on YouTube regarding our discrete mathematics, okay. So this is going to be there just to present English lectures of Gate Academy, okay. First time from computer science background, we are going to be in English, okay. We are going to deliver lectures in English, okay, so that students who do not understand Hindi, or who find it difficult to understand in Hindi, for them, mostly people from south, they can understand the lectures, they can enjoy our lectures because we know the quality, okay, we know how we deliver, we know how we relate with the student, okay, so that's why we are coming, okay. So let me now talk about discrete mathematics, okay. So I'll be in this lecture discussing about the basics. That's why this session is simply an introduction part, okay. So first of all, we'll be looking at what is discrete mathematics. What is discrete mathematics? Okay, we'll be discussing this. Then we'll talk about what are its real life applications. Why do we study it? Why? Or simply the applications. What exactly is its application? Okay, we'll be discussing that. We'll be discussing a few applications. Then what are the different chapters which we will be discussing? Chapters which are going to be there, or basically let me simply tell you the syllabus which is going to be there, and how we will proceed. How will we proceed? I'll be talking about all this stuff, okay, and this is all going to be for GATE 2023 and 24 students, okay. So this is all going to be for GATE 2023 and 24 students who are preparing for CS exam, okay, GATE 2023 or 24 CS exam, computer science or IT, okay, CSIT exam. So I'll be talking about each of these point mentioned over here, okay. I have given you my brief introduction, okay, what exactly who I am, okay. So let's start with the topic. What exactly is our discrete mathematics? See, in normal words, in like the basic, completely layman language, if I want to tell you, okay, just have a bowl of milk and have a bowl of cereal or pulses, okay. So you will be able to see the particles or some individual identities when you are having a bowl of pulses or cereal, okay. You will be able to count the seeds you are having in the bowl of pulses or cereals. Like this is the one, like this is the second one, third, fourth, fifth. You'll be able to identify them individually. But if I talk about the bowl of milk, will you be able to identify the particle? If unless and until you are observing that under a microscope, I'm not talking about that. Overall, will you be able to identify different particles within it separately? No. So that is going to be the continuous values or continuous particles which are there present in that. But if I talk about the bowl of cereal or pulses, there are discrete values or discrete objects which are present. Now discrete and continuous, what exactly are these? They are simply the antonyms of each other. Antonyms, okay. So what exactly is discrete? If you will go for the dictionary and search for what exactly is discrete, you will find these kind of words. What? Detached, separate, individual, not continuous, continuous, and something like these. Okay, so what exactly is discrete? Discrete means you are able to see something, you are able to count them. To be specific, you will be able to count these kind of stuff. Okay, that is going to be the discrete values. For an example, when you are going upstairs, okay, when you are going upstairs, in that case you will be able to count each and every step, 1 2 3. So those are the discrete values you are having. And if I talk about you are simply going through a slide, some kind of slide is there, then it is going to be continuous values, because you don't know exactly how much, each step you are taking. Sometimes it is going to be more, sometimes it is going to be less, or you are not able to identify the increase every time. You are not able to identify within the slope, like let me simply show you the example over here. So this is kind of the stairs you are using. So you are able to count these stairs or steps one by one over here. But what about this value? If you are taking the slope just to go up, you can take this slope and simply walk, or you can simply go upstairs taking one step at a time. So over here this is kind of discrete values. You are able to count, okay, this is first step, this is second step, this is third step, but no, over this is going to be continuous values which are there, simply as we had in, as in the example of a bowl of cereals and bowl of milk. So I guess you have got the difference for continuous values and your discrete values. Just to give you one more example, set of real values, if I talk about real numbers, and if I talk about set of integers, you will be able to tell what will come after 1. For sure you will be able to tell, definitely you will be able to tell what comes after 1. But if I talk about set of real number, what is going to be there after 1? Is it going to be 1.001 or 1.10, or it is going to be 1.0000 so many times and then 1? So there are going to be continuous values. Okay, but over here when I talk about set of integers, there are discrete values. There is going to be 1, then 2, then 3, maybe infinite values, but you will be able to tell which number is this. When does this value come? You will be able to determine the order. When does this come? Exactly you will be able to tell. Okay, so these are the separated individual values. Okay, you can simply see, okay, like this -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So there is no point of discussing that, okay, I am not able to identify the values between 1 and 4. It is quite obvious, it is going to be 2 and 3. But if I talk about what are the set of real numbers between 1 and 4, there are going to be infinite values. What you are going to tell? So there is going to be this is kind of example of set of continuous values. This is going to be example of set of discrete values. Okay, so I hope you have got to know what is discrete, what are discrete values. Okay, so when it comes to discrete mathematics, we study discrete values, we study discrete objects. Okay, why so? To be like in common sense, in common words, if I want to tell you what exactly is discrete maths is the maths of computer science. And in basic, in layman language, you can understand like this: discrete mathematics is the maths of computing, maths of computer science. Okay, why so? Let me give you some applications. General application, why you need to study and how is it related to computer science. You just tell me a simple example, any software that is written in some programming language. Definitely it is written in some programming language. That programming language, whatever was used to create it, whenever your computer runs that program or that runs that software, that is by default converting them into 0 1. You know that, I guess. At last computer only understands zeros and ones, nothing else. Zeros and ones. What are these? Again discrete values. Only two values, 0 and 1. Again discrete value, binary value. What? Discrete mathematics. If I talk about how do you know how to schedule your day, okay, what should be your priority work, what should be your less priority work, when you should do this work, okay, so kind of this, what is that? That is also an application of your discrete mathematics. The scheduling algorithms you are having in operating system, that is an example of your discrete discrete mathematics, okay. Apart from that, cryptography, you know, cyber security. Within cyber security, this cryptography is a major, you know, a broad area which is being discussed. So what is cryptography? Cryptography is a chapter, it is a direct, you know, area of research, area of topic within your discrete mathematics. You know, cryptography, how do you create codes, how does this work out? Combinatorics, you know, forget everything. Combinatorics, counting the stuff, counting the number of ways doing something, counting the, you know, number of ways you can do this, that, something like this. Solving the recurrence relations, what exactly is that? That is also discrete mathematics. Proving whether your program you have written is correct or not, verifying your program, proof techniques, again comes from mathematical logic, that is in discrete mathematics, okay. How is your Google Maps working out? How is it able to, you know, give you the shortest path and exactly able to predict as well that what is going to be time taken? Again, discrete mathematics. Your AI, you know, computer is able to reason, computer is able to take decisions. How is it possible? Again, discrete mathematics has its, you know, a practical application within AI. The mathematical logic plays a major role over here. We are providing information in terms of propositions and predicates, okay. We are providing numerous facts and figures to the computer so that, okay, computer will be able to determine in this case what to do, in this case what to do. So what is that? Artificial intelligence, again an application of discrete mathematics, okay. How is your web crawler working? Again, how you will be able to determine whether a message is a spam or not, application of discrete mathematics. So numerous stuffs. How will you determine whether your algorithm is better than someone else's? Complexity, finding complexity, again application of your discrete mathematics. So that's the maths of computer science, what? Your discrete mathematics. I hope you have understood what exactly are the major, you know, applications we are having of discrete mathematics, okay. Now when I'll be telling you the exact chapters, you will be able to get it, okay, yes, now I'm getting this, okay. Just to give you one more example, you know, sets and relations, having huge application in your database and management, okay. The number of wires you need to connect different computers so that every computer is connected, again topology based, if you remember, okay. Or how you can use minimum number of wires, that is also again the application of your discrete mathematics. I hope you are getting, okay. So I guess you have understood what is discrete mathematics and what are its applications, okay. Now let me come to the point that what are different chapters which we are going to study for the GATE 2023 or 24, okay. So let me simply tell you, I'll be starting with mathematical logic, okay. On main CSIT channel I have taught this chapter like within crash course, okay, but most of the time I have taught only combinatorics. So just to break the stereotype, I'll be taking mathematical logic from the starting on GATE Academy Global channel, okay. What? Mathematical logic. So what will be the different topics under this? Let me just give you the brief idea, I won't be writing all these, okay. For an example, propositions, okay, proposition logic or calculus, predicates, first order logic, all that comes under mathematical logic, okay. Then comes your combinatorics, which I'll be taking, simply the counting, okay. What we'll be discussing under this? We'll be discussing permutations, combinations, pigeonhole principle, basic principles of counting, okay, and then distribution problems, which is having like a very important topic for the GATE point of view, okay, and then we'll be discussing generating functions, very efficient method to solve recurrence relations and solve advanced counting problems, which will be having, which we'll be discussing over here, combinatorics. Then we'll be discussing set theory. Within set theory, we'll be discussing what? We'll be discussing sets, relations. So after discussing relations, I guess we can discuss a number of different types of relation, including our POSIT, partial order sets, we'll be discussing, and then the related term called lattice we'll be discussing. Then we'll be talking about functions. Functions comes generally after relation, but that is, there was kind of relations only, these kind of relations were only there, okay, kind of relations. So I'll be discussing functions later on. So functions we'll be discussing, okay. Functions are like play a major role in solving numerous problems, because what function tells us, like generally we create functions only in programming languages as well when we are solving some problem. There is a mapping technique. If we want to convert one set of problems into some other set of problems, we should know the prerequisites. So then again mapping comes and plays a major role, okay. If we know the solution for one kind of problem and that kind of problem can be converted into some other problem, we can find out the answer for this problem as well, which we were not knowing just because of analogy, okay. So functions, and then what we are having is group theory. What exactly is your group theory? Basically classification of your discrete objects, classification of your discrete objects, okay. So there are kind of different stuffs which is going to be there, okay. Like for an example, you have already studied what are mammals, what are non-mammalia kingdom animals, you I guess know that, like the animals who lay eggs, okay. Within birds there is a different kingdom, within water bodies, if I talk about the animals, there are different characteristics those animals are which are having, okay, which they are having different characteristics. So we classify different animals on the basis of their characteristics. Similarly over here we'll be classifying different various discrete objects into different categories. That's why we say group theory, grouping theory in a way, okay. And then later on, at last, we'll be discussing the most important part, which is your graph theory. It solves major optimization problem, major your connectivity problems, okay, a number of things, okay. Let me simply share with you one more example of discrete mathematics, okay. So graph theory. So let me simply share related to graph theory an important application which you can see in Facebook, LinkedIn, etc., etc., okay. Facebook, be it Facebook or LinkedIn or Instagram, such kind of social networks, okay. So you'll be able to see you are having some profile. There are your directly connections, maybe like friends on Facebook, and on LinkedIn they are called connections, okay. And further, these people will be having their own friends or connections, or friends, okay. So generally you will be getting the suggestion for these people 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these kind of people who are not directly connected to you, that means who are not directly your friend on Facebook, who are directly not your connections. You will be getting the what? You will be getting suggestions for them, that they can be your friend. You may know this person, you might connect with this person on LinkedIn, you might be getting this kind of messages, okay. Why so? Because they belong to some friends, because there is a person who is a mutual friend of both of you guys, okay. Or maybe you share some common characteristic. For an example, if you are passed out from same college, from same area you are, in that case they show this suggestion, okay. That is a good application of your graph theory, because in that case every information is being stored in the form of graphs. Okay, there is a big graph which is there, that you are connected with this and that is connected with this other person, then further some other person, and there is a complete web kind of structure which is present. Okay, so I hope you have understood. Now let me come to the point that how we will be studying. Okay, so I have exactly told you what are going to be the different chapters which we will be studying. Okay, so these are going to be different chapters which we will be studying. Okay, mathematical logic, combinatorics, set theory, within set theory, sets, relation, posets and lattice, functions, group theory and graph theory. Okay, so now the question comes exactly how we will be proceeding. So I'll be giving you the lectures in form of recorded videos only on the Gate Academy global channel. Maybe sometime I'll be coming with problems, when I'll be coming with problems, okay, to solve the older problem which are being asked by IIT Kanpur. I'll be taking up those problems. In that case we can have a live session. Okay, like I guess you already know, the Gate 2023 is going to be conducted by IIT Kanpur. Okay, so we'll be taking all the problem into the consideration which are being asked by this IIT in the previous years. Okay, and we'll be taking all of those problems when we will be discussing the concerned or related topics. Okay, so as I have told you, I'll be starting with mathematical logic. So I hope you have gotten basic idea who am I. Okay, what exactly is discrete mathematics, what are its areas, what are the different applications, and what are the topics or chapters which we are going to study. Okay, so in the next video I'll be starting with mathematical logic. I hope you have understood till this point. I'll be simply advising you to follow the lectures whatever we have covered before coming to the current lecture. That means if I'll be taking lecture number 4, so I expect you guys to that you have covered already 3 lectures which were taken earlier, because in that case you'll be able to take maximum benefit out of that lecture. Okay, I hope you'll be making notes along with me. Okay, when I'll be writing on the board, you will be having also the notes of that. Okay, so that you can grasp maximum from the video. You need not to watch lecture again and again. Okay, because that helps you creating a photographic memory. Because when you are simply watching the video, in that case you might be getting some concept, but that is not going to be permanent, or that is not going to be there for longer. When you write something, then it is going to be kind of permanent, or it will take long to get removed from your brain. So make notes properly. Okay, and I'll be discussing the problems along. Okay, so I hope you have got everything till this point. If you have any issue, you can simply message me. Okay, like what to be discussed, what we can expect. Okay, if there is anything you would like to talk about, this is my number. You can message me on this number as well. Okay, if you have any issue with respect to discrete mathematics, if you need any suggestion with respect to gate problem you are having with respect to gate, that is very important, guys. Okay, most of the time people might be sending some different stuff. Okay, irrelevant, so that's not something right. So I'll be teaching you gate subject, that is discrete maths. So I expect you guys to be having questions regarding that only. Okay, if you have any general question, let's be very specific to that, what kind of question will be there. Okay, you can tell me. So this was all, guys. Thank you for being there. So see you soon in the next video. I hope you will be there watching my next lecture based on mathematical logic. Thank you guys for watching this video.